It is better to have a following over a black following.
I strongly disagree with the state.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this video is an update of Winnie Paraka's situation. So if you don't know what we're talking about, I posted a video on Saturday about Winnie Paraka. Winnie Paraka is a TikToker, influencer and content creator who came to call out the black community for not supporting each other, and she went on to talk about how she prefers audience over black audience, and this has gotten a lot of people dragging her. And this whole situation stems up from a sponsor or a collab she did with a Macy store, and that video didn't do well. She called out the black community that, oh, the black community doesn't support black content creators and all that. Anyway, I'm not just going to give you guys, just go check out that video, which I'm going to link down in the description box and even a pop-up on the card up there, so you can click it and get full context if you don't know what we're talking about. So one of the updates is that she stated now that Macy has dropped her because Macy has seen all the negative comment on that post, and Macy has chosen not to work with her again. And this is, just check it out.
I just got an email from the brand for Macy's, and they basically are saying that, like, because of the amount of hate that I got on the video, like, they're reading through the comments that they're probably not going to work with me again. That's basically what they're saying in a nutshell. So that's always fun. It's a good time.
So when she was making that big statement that got her dragged and all that, she mentioned two big black women, two big black content creators, two big black influencers, which were Aina and Fannita. She mentioned that Aina and Fannita, majority of their audience are white, and they became that successful because they have white content creators support them. And this didn't sit well with a lot of people. Like I said, go check out that video so you get full context. So now the update is that Aina and Fannita has responded to Winnie Paraka and what they think about Winnie Paraka, saying that majority of their audience are white. That is why they are successful. And this is what Aina has to say.
It is better to have a following over a black following.
I strongly disagree with the state. The interesting thing about the internet is, like, everything that you think is a hot take has probably been said before. This is not the first time I've heard this. I've never really heard a good enough argument to substantiate this claim that black people don't support each other. I've yet to hear a single convincing argument. I wanted to respond to this because this creator mentioned me in this video. I am not making this video to dogpile on her, but I got mentioned, so I do want to respond. I often hear people say that black people don't support each other because we're always bringing each other down and we're always dragging each other. And that's true. Like, I can't say that that's not true. However, if you follow anybody in any marginalized group or minority group, they all experience the same things. When people be saying, like, oh, it's only black creators who get dragged by their own, you have not stepped outside of black Twitter if you really, really, truly think that. Some of the people that I follow in other communities, just look at their comments. Like, I'm not gonna name any names. I'm telling you, some of these non-black groups, look at their comments. They be coming for they owns next. So we know it's not that. Her basic argument is that it's better for black creators to have white followers than it is to have, like, a majority following of your own. And the second reason why I don't necessarily think this is true, and this is actually gonna be a hot take in itself, I am what you would consider a mainstream creator, and I have a majority black demographic, but it is mixed. I have Asians who follow me, I have black people who follow me, I have white people who follow me. Please don't take this as like you're not welcome to be here. You absolutely are. I make content for literally anybody who likes it, and honestly, I make content for the girls. I'm not here to discriminate or say you're not welcome, but I can adamantly say, before I became like mainstream and I would say certain things that were like really prevalent to like being black and like the black experience, it was so much easier to say those things without having to add a bunch of unnecessary disclaimers, without having to like kind of clean it up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? When you're on a mainstream radar, you actually have to be a lot more careful with what you can say, because someone who does not relate to you might be like, hey, well, what did you mean by that? Because I've gotten dragged for some stupid stuff. There was a time where there was like a whole, I don't even want to mention it. There was like a whole smear campaign at one point where people were literally trying to So stupid to be thinking about it. Where there was non-black people basically like trying to get me up out of here under the basis that I was reverse racist because of the type of content that I made. And it felt like I was like always fighting for my life because the things that I normally fully related to from other black people were now being picked apart under a microscope, and it did shambles on my mental health. I don't even want to talk about it. My black audience is, and always has been, and always will be, my safe space. Black women come to my meet and greets. Black women be in the comments. Black people buy my products. Black people show up and show out. Yes, the people who are negative and nasty and disgusting and who have said some of the most concerning things about me, sometimes they're also black people, but honestly, they're kind of easy to ignore now. So I'll just be like, okay. The positive noise that comes from having a majority black audience actually by far outweighs the negative. As long as you can just stay focused and like not pay attention to the stupid stuff, girl, ain't nobody worried about that. That doesn't necessarily mean it's not hurtful. Of course it's hurtful, but they ain't doing nothing and I ain't going nowhere. Now this next thing is not to be petty, even though I know it's gonna come off petty. The person who made this video and used me as an example, which a lot of times people tend to do, was not even following me. And it's okay to not follow me, but like why use me as an example about how like we don't be supporting each other and then like not be following me? And also, I know you don't support my content because you didn't say my last name properly. I'm not gonna take off points. I don't technically pronounce my last name in Yoruba the proper way, the way it's supposed to be pronounced. But I am just kind of proving a point. It's like, well, you don't really do yourself any favors, because I do find that sometimes people, you know, kind of use me as like the all-encompassing example of things, and then also don't be supporting me themselves, you know? I know from the outside looking in, it might seem like it's better to have a majority non-black audience, but baby, as somebody who exists on every platform, I'm just telling you, it's not what you think it's cracked out to be, okay? It's great, but I don't think one is more at an advantage than the other per se. I don't know. I think we just need to do away with this narrative. There's a lot of up and coming creators who follow me, and I feel like that mentality is kind of a trap, and I don't want y'all to like get caught up in that because it will very quickly discourage you. There's also stuff that you don't really see or consider when you think it's better to have a non-black audience. Like it to this day gives me the extreme ick when I talk about like racism and colorism, etc., etc. It's gonna sound crazy when I say it. There's like a crowd of people who, it's like their version of entertainment. There was a long time where I found people wanted to rile me up. They would send me things to try to get me to react, especially because of the type of content that I did for a long time. Like you guys know, it wasn't just hauls and vibes. Like I was talking about very real common experiences within the black community, and just at one point kind of felt like it was a joke to people because at one point it just hit this really extremely unserious side of the internet. They looked for any reason to get me to like drag someone. It was like exciting to them, and I could not stand it. It was so weird watching it turn into that in real time, and I had to kind of take a step back. Like I was like, okay, wait a minute. Like you getting a little too excited. Like you seem like you kind of like this. The best way to grow your audience, and this applies to anybody listening, really practicing gratitude and honoring the people who follow you where you are right then and there. Look at even some of the influencers in markets like Atlanta, the South in general. Those girls be having majority black audiences and are thriving. Any audience is an audience worth being grateful for, but especially a black one. A bliggity black one. I know the influencers are like not supposed to complain, and honestly, that's fine. But I'm a black woman first and foremost, and I think people forget that. And it really became overwhelmingly apparent to me in 2020. There was, as you know, a lot going on in 2020 and socially for the black community. And so to this original creator's point about like how it's better to have white followers, a white audience, what was going on in 2020 was news for a lot of people, but it was not news for black people in America at all. And I cannot tell you how disturbing. I honestly don't even think disturbing is a good enough word to convey what I was experiencing. I cannot describe to you how deeply disturbing it was to have people inbox me deceased bodies of black people, news stories about police brutality, just any and everything prevalent to the black community. And these were messages coming from non-black people who were probably learning about it for the first time, and it was shocking and news to them. And so their knee-jerk reaction was to go to me, a public voice of the community in their eyes, and be like, raise awareness about that. Well, you don't have to tell a black person to raise awareness about black issues. And some of the messages were downright disgusting, the way that they were downright riddled with anti-Blackness. Because from their perspective, they were saying, you should feel guilty for not highlighting this issue. Mind you, I've been doing that work for well over a decade. And also, it was people's inability to give me the grace to like grieve at the same time. It was like I had to be the example. Maybe these people wanted me to perform for them. I don't know. But like I said, I cannot describe, like, disturbing is not even a good enough word to describe how much that really, excuse my French, fucked me up emotionally, mentally. I had to just really take a huge, I know I love saying take a step back, but everything is worth reflecting. And it was just really harmful. You know, it was just really harmful, rightfully so. And I think also the worst part about that is, like, as an influencer, I don't really have any other examples to look at on how to deal with stuff like that. I don't really have any example. Like, this influencer thing is still kind of sort of fairly new. Mm-hmm. So yeah, not fun. Not fun. Like, I know when it all boils down to it, people love being like, yeah, Black people don't support each other. But let me tell you something about what non-Black people will do. They will absolutely weaponize Black struggle and mobilize when the hell they need to. And oftentimes it, as a Black person, comes at my expense. And so, yeah, I think that's why I have such like a firm grip on like how I want to be treated, how I want to be addressed, how I'm viewed now, because I think I'm just now processing like how much that really affected me and how in that moment I wasn't allowed to grieve because I still had to like be the example, much like I've experienced in so many other facets of my life. And to be honest with you, I don't think that's fair to me. I don't think that makes me a bad person for saying that. No. And so, yeah, I just wanted to add more clarity because I think it matters, honestly.
Please go down in the comment section and share it. I'd love to know what you think about what Jackie said. So this also got Fannita's response. Fannita actually responded before Jackie Aina. I think Jackie Aina just responded like a couple of hours ago. But this is Fannita's. We're going to hear Fannita's own response to Winnie Paraka's video. So let me know what you think about Jackie's own response down in the comment section. But before I play Fannita's own, I just want to point out I was one of those people that was holding Jackie accountable for some of the issues, like the Sorosuke candle, for the NSAS movement. Yes, I actually called the girl out, like, girl, pull up. Anyway, guys, I still love Jackie. I support her content, even though some things that happen or has happened, I totally disagree with her. That doesn't mean I don't have love for her. You get it? So I understand the fact where she was talking about how Black people, they're still going to come for you, but they will still support you. I get that part because I'm one of them. Anyway, guys, let's go hear Fannita's on and then we'll come back and talk. Okay, before I play the Fannita's on, you will see the first video Fannita did in response of it. Winnie Paraka actually went to the comment section and left the comment on it, which I'm going to screenshot and make big so that you can read it. And Fannita had to come back and respond to it. So those are the two videos you're going to see now.
So I'm on my Black just day on Twitter and I see a video that has my name in it. And I just want to come on here and say that majority of my followers are Black women. I don't know where I got a majority white following came from. You see my content and think this is content for white people? And we've seen it happen every single time a majority white audience sees me like on a different platform or somebody else. They don't ever get my sense of humor. They don't ever get my jokes. Like, and I also make videos for Black women, to Black women. Like, I don't know how that rumor started. I'm here to shut down. Don't be spreading them rumors. Don't be spreading them rumors about me. I mean, obviously, like, I have non-Black followers, but anytime I get recognized in public, it's always by Black women. Anytime I get DMs, it's by Black women. Like, I have non-Black followers, but my majority is definitely Black women. It's always been since I started social media 3 years ago. Also, I feel like with influencing or content creation, people will get like 2 viral videos and be like, oh my God, I need to be an influencer. But like, you know what I'm saying? It takes time. It takes consistency. Not every video is going to be a hit. You know what I'm saying? Some ads are going to flop. But the thing about ads, even if it flops, the check's still going to clear. So like, you know what I'm saying? You don't really got to worry about that too much. But if your content doesn't suck, people will fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if your content isn't mid, people will tune into your, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't Don't ever lie on me like that. You know what I'm saying? I get my lashings enough on my own. I don't need to be in nobody else's business. Don't be saying my name. Now, Winnie, on everything I love, I'm not trying to start no beef with you. I swear. But saying that you can only get my kind of popularity by having a majority white audience, which is what you said, is a lie. That's not true. And yeah, I've been jumped on the internet and had black women turn on me. Exactly. But then I've also had black women defending me. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? What you want me to do? Like, I'm just saying, like, you don't need to bring me up for whatever you got going on. Like, the internet is finicky. There's so many things that go into having, like, viral posts and like the algorithm, your audience, the content, the timing, the demographic, all of that matters. And yes, having a mixed demographic helps. And I do have white followers, Hispanic followers, you know what I'm saying? Everybody me. But my majority following is black women. And you said my name in that video when that wasn't true. I'm just, hey, you ain't gotta get mad at me. Yeah, people turn on you. That's happening. But that's the internet. Everybody has a time where they're gonna get jumped or they're gonna get their lashings for whatever. But life goes on. You know what I mean? It's whatever. Also, it's foolish to think that I would have ever gotten to where I am without the support of black women. Because when I first came on the internet, I was abrasive, big, and black. Nobody liked me. Only people that liked me was my dogs, which is black women and gay men. But black women have literally propelled me forward. And now that I'm getting more visibility, obviously I'm getting more of like a mixed demographic. But from the start, it was always black women. But I don't have no beef. Just keep my name out your mouth.
So that was Fannita's own response to the whole controversy. So go down in the comment section and share your thought about Fannita and Jackie Aina's response to this. So this got Winnie Paraka to respond and tender another apology video. In the first video, like I said, I could not put out a whole lot of a video because most of them were deleted and some were like, But anyway, so she decided to tender an apology video after Jackie Aina and Fannita responded to our video, and also Macy saying that they were not working with her again. She had to tender another apology video. Mind you, she has tendered apology, which I posted a video of one of our responses thanking people that support her and have been fighting for her. And for me, that video just make it seem like she still wasn't getting why our audience were mad at her, meaning black women that supported her from day one were mad at her. So anyway, let's go hear our own apology and then we'll come back and talk.
Hi. This is harder than I thought it was going to be because I've never had to do this before. And bear with me because I don't want to cut this up into pieces. I kind of want to just speak from the heart. I never intended to upset people as much as people have gotten upset. Mm-hmm. And I apologize for that. I apologize for what I said. I never meant for it to get out of hand. And I take accountability for the words that came out of my mouth, right? Okay. What I was trying to say was that in order to have a massive following, you need a mixed audience. You need more than just one demographic. And that the black community, you know, really, I feel really could support their black creators more. And that was the point that I was wanting to get across. And it did not come across the way that I intended it to. And for that, I apologize. I do. I could have done better at saying what I meant instead of just hopping into the first thing that came to my mind. And that's definitely where I made the mistake. And I never wanted to upset anyone as much as everyone's gotten upset. I've definitely taken time. I've definitely thought about it. I'm sorry, there's an eyelash in my eye. I've thought about it. And I can see where everyone's coming from. You know, it's like I didn't mean for it to come off that way, but at the end of the day, I upset a lot of people from the words that came out of my mouth. I did. And I apologize. That was not what I wanted. And I didn't want my community, because, you know, I'm a part of this community. I did not want my community to feel like I was bashing them or attacking them or any of those things. I am a part of the Black community, and I've been doing this for a long time, and so I wanted to kind of just like say like, hey, like, you know, we should support our Black, you know, creators more. Basically, we should do that more. And I think a lot of that was foreshadowed. I'm sorry. A lot of that was shadowed over the fact of the way I also started the video. And it came out, to everyone on the outside looking in, it came out like I was talking crazy, right? And I understand that. It looked like I was talking crazy. I mean, I said the most rash thing ever, right? And that's why we're where we are now. So I definitely have learned my lesson, and I definitely have thought about this and thought like, and understand where everyone's coming from. I totally get it. The only thing I can do from here is to just, you know, keep going and kind of show y'all that like I care, because I very much do, and I hate that it came off that I didn't care about my community, because I very much do, which is why, you know, I'm like, we need to support each other more. And yeah, that's basically it. Take accountability, apologize if I made you feel a certain way. That wasn't my actions. And yeah, peace and love.
Let me know what you think about our apology. This got a couple of people respond, but because I didn't want this video to be too long, I just had 2 people's response to it, which we're going to see now. But one thing I just want to say is that she did a couple of videos after she posted that video trying to justify it. And I'm not saying that people cannot be wrong or people cannot later on see things from their own point of view. But for me, I always believe that if you say something, say it with your full chest. Anyway, guys, let's go hear other people's thoughts on this. Then I'll come back and share more of my thoughts.
That's basically it. Take accountability, apologize if I made you feel a certain way. That wasn't my actions. And yeah, peace and love.
Winnie, that's not what you said. You didn't
Exactly.
say, like, you didn't mean that Black people should support each other more. You, out of your mouth, said that it is better to have a
What?
audience than a Black one, or a audience. That's what you said. Like, how is someone supposed to get Black people need to support each other more out of that? Like, that's the... you should have just apologized for what you said.
Exactly.
And just left it at that. You can say it's not your intent, but the impact clearly proves otherwise.
Yeah.
And stop trying to clarify what the said. Just say, I am sorry for the statements I said. I apologize for offending my community, and I take accountability for it, and in the future I'll choose my words wisely. Something like that. Like, anyway, I guess that wraps it all up. That's the end of this whole Winnie
Drama.
saga. And best of luck to you. I mean, your supporters, all 3 of them that were in my comments fighting for their lives, windmilling, like, listen, why, I don't know why they're on my page when they could be supporting you, but I wish you the best of luck.
Personally, me, I love apology videos. They just take the drama to the next level every time. I have, in all my years of being on the internet, I have never seen a good apology video. There has not been one apology video that went over well. And, yeah, I don't know, girl. I think, I kind of wish you would have just stood on it. I don't know. I'm not even trying to be funny, but it sound like somebody was off screen forcing Winnie to say she was part of the Black community. Like, she was choking on that. Like, babe, it's okay, boo. It's cool. It's okay. For real. Because aside from a total lack of awareness, what really took me out was the peace and love. What I would love is if we just don't apologize if we're not sorry.
Yeah.
Like, I would really prefer that. That's how I am. If I'm not sorry, I'm not about it. We just gonna move on. And I think that's what she should have did here. Like, you should have just kept posting. You know, the only way out is through. That's what they say. But yeah, we just gonna have to
I just think we're going to leave this one where it's at. We're reading from two different books. I think as a person who grew up with white people, okay, I went to a white high school, I tell you that all the time. People like her, that's who they are. They want to be over there. Let them be over there. Let them be over there. Let them have their fun with just let them do it, okay? Just let them do it. I think we should meet people where they at. And she's over there. And that's okay.
Anyway, guys, go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this entire conversation down in the comment section. But please keep it respectful. Here on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a respectful way. So go on and share your thoughts, okay? So like I was saying before, she said a whole lot of things after posting the original video. And I feel like this apology is not genuine. It's because probably the calling out and all that is getting too much. Even the two people she used an example were calling her. She trying to fight. Like, I feel like she's just trying to save face and save her brand at this point because it's important to her. But for me, I just feel like, and I've said it before in one of my video, I talked about one of these influencers, that if you're not sorry, then don't come and say you're sorry. Stand by your word and just apologize for offending people with your words, but stand for what you believe in. You guys know here on this channel, I'm a firm believer of we're allowed to have different opinions, but just don't disrespect people having your own opinions. But for me, I feel like she has her own different opinion on it, but she kind of disrespected and called black women wicked. There was a video she did and she was like, oh, you guys are not going to treat me like a white woman because I'm a black woman. Like, this was after she posted the original video. So how could in less than how many days automatically you're sorry, now you realize you're, sis, just what you want to do, what you said, accept it with your full chest and apologize for offending people and move on. Move on from it. Anyway, guys, please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this conversation down in the comment section, but please keep it respectful. Go ahead and share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go ahead and share this video. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.